Good morning. Of course, you know where I'm at. But I'm gonna tell this little story of what happened to me yesterday. I was at the tire place getting my tires put on, and they were Hispanic, didn't speak any English, so they was using a phone. He was speaking the phone in Spanish, and then I would read it in English, and then I was speaking the phone in English, and he would read it in Spanish through his phone. So he did my tires, and I paid or whatever. So when he came back with the phone, and I read it, and mind you, I was feeling a little, down yesterday. So my spirits was a little down yesterday while I was sitting there. So when he came back with his phone and he showed me his phone and I read it, and it said, "No disrespect, but you are very beautiful." And I just smiled from ear to ear. That made my day. And when I smiled like that, his smile was so big, he smiled so big, and we both was just sitting there smiling. It wasn't no disrespect. It don't mean he was trying to get with me. It didn't mean none of that. It was just sweet, and I never had a guy translate through his phone to tell me I'm beautiful before. So that was like a first. So that's what made that stand out, because how it was done. So that made my day, and it lifted my spirits. So fellas, if y'all the type that compliments women, keep being like that. Just because you run across women that think you're trying to get with them because you compliment them and think you're doing the most, think you're thirsty, that's on them. You still do you and be you, That will make some of our day, You never know what somebody going through, and something like that will lift their spirits, and that sure did. And I love that little moment. That was cute. So whoever you were, guy, thank you. Anywho, today I want to talk about what made me come into my healing. Okay, I was dealing with a guy. I was dealing with him on and off for years, so I'm very familiar with the guy. But I couldn't really connect with him because he was way too needy. I don't like needy people. I just don't like that. So it made me not really fully connect with him. I dealt with him, but I always can leave him alone too anytime I got ready, because I couldn't fully connect. So there's that. So dealing with this guy, it was just the final time dealing with him. It was just something about him. I'm like, God, what is going on with this guy? What is it about him? Like, it's just something I can't connect with him about. It's just a number of things that was happening. But one of the final things was, I was leaving his house, and as I was putting on my coat, there was a beam on the wall. I'm facing this way, and here's the wall, and the beam was on the wall like this. So I didn't think anything of it. I'm like, okay. So I proceeded to leave. The next day when I came back, me and him sitting at the table, just talking, he pulls out his, that had the beam on it. So he was showing me and letting me know what it was that he was pointing at me. So yeah, your girl's been through some things with folks. So he was letting me know, yeah, I was pointing that at you yesterday. This is what you saw on that wall yesterday. So I sat there playing it off. I didn't react, just playing it off. So I left. And then, like I said, I went to God, like, God, what is going on with this person? Like, what is this? So I saw a video on my TV. A guy was talking about, different signs of what a person is. He was talking about different signs of narcissism, but he didn't use the word narcissism. He never used the word, but he was describing it. I was like, oh my goodness, that's him, that's him, that's him. So another video popped up, and she was using the word narcissist and talking about narcissism. And so I was like, oh my gosh, that's it, that's it, that's it. You know, I heard about narcissism and narcissists before, but if you don't really know the full extent, you can't just, you know. But so I now knew who certain people was in my life. They were narcissists. And so I found out that's what he was. I had something of his, so when I dropped it off, I blocked the mess out of him. Block, block, block. You will never see me again. I don't got time for this. I already told y'all what they are: demonic spirits. They designed to take you out, to drive you crazy, all that. So this video is not about narcissism, but this is what led to my healing. So, you know, after God revealed to me what this person was, he started drawing me into him. Drawing me in, started showing me my wounds, showing me my trauma, the source of my wounds, the source of my trauma. He started revealing things that didn't make sense to me in the past, but he started making sense of it then. So all these pieces of the puzzle was coming together, and me suspecting this of a person, suspecting that. He just showing me all type of stuff, So that's what led to my healing, you know, because I came to God about this certain individual. Like, God, what is it? What is it? What is it? And it opened the floodgates. So what the enemy tried to use for evil, God made that thing good. He turned that thing into good. So I thank God for that. And that's what brought me into my healing, you know, and coming back to God and turning my life over to God, serving God, and brought me into my celibacy. I've been celibate for 1 year and 9 months. 1 year, 9 months on the 25th. So, you know, it don't matter if you know what, I'm not even gonna say that. I'm not even gonna say that part, but yeah, 1 year, almost 9 months celibate. No masturbation, nothing. Because sex and masturbation, that brings on spirits, especially sex. It's just designed to drain your energy, especially if you're not married to this person. And you could be married to a whole narcissist and they'll drain your energy, so you got to be careful who you're married to, too. It's not just because you're married, your energy won't be sucked out of you and all these spirits won't be sucked into you. You're married to a narcissist, it will. So sex is not just sex, it's not just casual. You take on, especially women, because we are a portal. Women are a portal. So we really take that on. You know, sucking our energy out. That's why when you're in relationships with a person, you're not even the same anymore, because they're sucking the life out of you. And it's through sex, and it's through multiple things, but sex definitely is really the main thing, the main one. So that's why when you see a person leave a narcissist, they glow up. They glow up tremendously, because the life is not being sucked out of them anymore through sex and, you know, through connection. So, you know, it's easy for people to say, how come when she was with him, she didn't lose all that weight? How come she didn't look like that when she was with him? Because he was sucking the life out of her. Yeah, she was allowing it, and she shouldn't have allowed it. But when you're an unhealed person, and, you know, you're going to allow a lot of things. But when you walk away from that, and you glow up tremendously. So, you know, that's my little story of how I came into my healing and turned my life over to God, and celibacy and all that. And yeah, I know one thing, it's possible for someone to fall in love with you without you cooking for them, without you cleaning for them, and without having sex with them. I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm going to leave that at that, you know. That's for marriage, you know. And some things he should do is for marriage, you know, on both parts. So it's possible for a person to fall in love with you without all that cooking for them and cleaning and sex. No. No. So, yeah. But I'm going to get out here. I just wanted to share that. And God is good. And no weapon formed against me shall prosper. Yeah.